Hi, Scott Bruder here. So today is a hobby day. It's something that I've been meaning to uh, do for myself that wasn't work related, and it has to do with this. And I know you're all going to be like, "Yep, coffee. He drinks way too much coffee." That is true, but that is not the case today. I recently picked up what is in this box, and I hope it can give me an understanding of some technology that, I want to know more about. In a previous video, I had got my hands on a Tandy 1100 FD computer, and that was great. That's the generation of stuff I know. Um, DOS and Deskmate. Ha, that's where I started. But I wanted to go back a little bit further. I did pick up years ago, and it's sitting there waiting for repair, a Tandy TRS-80 Model 200 clamshell computer. It needs a bunch of work. I've recently bought parts to do that work, and that kind of aligns with what I've got going on here. So I'm going to open up this box. I bought it used from a very nice individual who was very positive and supportive. And let's take a look at this together. So in this box, I have received a power supply. Haha. The power supply is 6-volt DC, 200 milliamp. It's very light. And a TRS-80 Model 100 slate lap tablet. It is a version before the TRS-80 Model 200 clamshell, running very similar operating systems and ROMs and all that other fun stuff. And we will test this shortly to see if it works and to see if I can actually do something with it. But it's in really, really good exterior condition. Okay, I'm gonna set that off to the side with the power adapter. We'll come back there. And this part is kind of like where all the fun comes. It comes with a lot. The individual selling it, indicated that it came with lots of paperwork. So I'm going to look at it in the reverse order, the order I take it out, because he put it in there in a certain way. Okay, so yellow portfolio. There's a name and address on the other side of it, so I'm not going to show it on camera. And what is inside? This is some loose papers, but it looks like a basic program. And how to clippings from magazines to expand on basic. Now, I understand basic, basically, but I feel like a device like this is going to allow me to, maybe as a hobby, learn more. So these are clippings from magazines. This is actually really kind of fun. So this is your clippings with code snippets, and this is, of course, before my time, or at least before I was aware of things like this. I'm a little too young to, have grown up with this, and I didn't get into technology until the early 90s. But there is some great stuff here. I might have to just scan all this, and look at this. You can, everything's in euros. Or that's what francs, pounds? Is that, there we go, pounds. Shows you what I know. You can get a Casio F-8C with a 3-year battery for £10. What's the year on this? Computing Today 1979. This is awesome. If any of you would like me to scan this in for your reading pleasure, please let me know. Talking about Commodore PET. And I would have really loved to have been 8, 9 years old, maybe 10, or, you know, had access to more money and more resources, and be a little bit older. So I could have, you know, spent hours and hours on learning the inner workings of BASIC as opposed to, what did I do? Video games and taking more modern stuff apart. So that's fun. I'm going to read through this. Let's see what else is the next item in here. Oh man, this is a huge novel. This is Radio Shack using your TRS-80 in your home. Basic computer programs for home for the 16K Level 2 TRS-80 Model 1. Oh, look at that. This book is in really good shape for the age of it. What is TRS-80 Model 1? Are we going to talk about 82? Is that when the year is? Copyright 1980. That's probably somewhere where I'm going to start. A copy of Computer User, April 84. TRS-80 Micro News, May 84. What is this? Kelly News, Kelly Software Distributors, Volume 1. Well, this is another big book. TRS-80 Microcomputer News 1981 reprints. Well, someone paid $10 for this. I'm assuming this is all of the articles in the 1981 series. That's fun. March 82. April 83. I feel like they're not in order. I should probably put them in order. May 83. March 84. July 83. Just in case you guys need that for any security questions. That's the month and the year that I was born. Crazy. June 83. June 84. February 82. Someone, I don't know if they subscribed or they just went and picked up the TRS-80 Microcomputer News every month. April 84. I'm going to put this in order. September 82. October 82. February 83. December 82. Look at that. That's a Coco, right? Look at that. January 83. You guys can advance through any of these videos if you want, but I mean, like, there's word processing, color text editors, March 83. April 82. May 82. I have seen a bunch of these, well, maybe not a bunch. I've seen a lot of these little pocket TRS-80s. I wanted to get one of them, but I thought one line is too much. Like, having an 8-line display, I felt was going to be pretty limiting. I don't have the real estate to get like a full-size Model 2 with a big screen and big keyboard. And yes, I know it can output a lot of graphics, but I don't think I would have space for that. There are a couple people that I talk to in the area that have allocated lots of space for retro computers, and I'm one of the people that it's got to be portable. It's got to be handheld. That's how I kind of got down the train with Game Boys. Is they don't take up a lot of space. So I'm going to put all of these back in the coffee box, and I may have to have just like a video where I go through and organize them. If any of you want to comment on issues that I might be missing, let me know. I'm also going to lay them out with their spines alternating so that we can keep them from kind of curling up in the corner. Does this have intro? No, it jumps right into programming. Now, the thing I realized that I don't have is a user manual for this. So let's bring this front and center. It looks good. Okay, let's plug in this power adapter. I'll be very gentle. Last thing I want to do is cook up the power adapter. I did see the unit turn on, so I know that it will turn on. Okay. So in case you guys want a tour, I'm sure there's a million videos online. We've got the keyboard. I'm assuming this is the on-off switch. Contrast wheel. Haha, from my experience with Game Boys, I know how that works. Across the back, we got a reset button, serial port, printer port. I'm assuming that's a telephone line port. That's cassette. I've only ever used cassettes with Commodore 64. From the reviews I've watched, that DB9 is for a barcode scanner. Maybe I can use that. And then I've got some switches here, but because I don't have the manual, I'll have to read online. DIR, APC, ANS, ORIG. I'm assuming original answer. I don't know. Okay, so turn it on. Huzzah! Sorry, we'll zoom in there. See. So basic. There's Americas, text editor, telecom, address, schedule. All right, you can see January 1st, 1990. 25 seconds on the clock. 27. That's kind of nice. All right, let's try the address book. I'm assuming that's what address is. It beeped. ADRS.do is not found. Press spacebar for menu. Okay, it's taking me back. Okay, let's try scheduler. SCHEDL, I'm assuming. Note.do not found. Press spacebar for menu. Okay, basic. Well, there we go. Microsoft. It looks like 4K bytes free. Okay, not bad. Let's do the only thing that I know how to do in BASIC. We'll do a line number print, right? Isn't that what everyone does? And then in parentheses, what I want to print. I don't know, something. And then, of course, 20, go to 10. All right, this is how we make it scroll, scroll, scroll. And run. Okay, it works. So, I have no clue how to get the other things working yet. We'll have to figure that out. I do know how to get out of this, I'm assuming. Right, Control C. Control C. Perfect. Hey, if I hit go again, will it, or if I hit run again, will it just run what's in memory? It does. Break. Oh, that was pause. I have to use shift and break. There we go. Same as Control C. Ha! Look at that. I'm an expert. So the next step is to start using these books. How do I get out of this? Control C? No. Escape? Delete? Files. Whoa. Load. Save. Run. Oh, run. 4. There we go. Cool. So I now know F4 is run. Control C. F5. List. Oh, there we go. It prints out my commands. 6. F7. F8. Oh, F8 takes you to menu. Menu. So if I go into basic and I just type in menu, does it take me out? It does. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now, find out why the other things don't work. I see that I've got 5,000 bytes free. That doesn't seem like a lot. I think these models have options for more bytes free than that. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn it over. And we're going to check out the important things. Let's check out the battery compartment. Look at that battery compartment. That battery compartment looks like super clean. Awesome. And then, if I've watched enough videos, this is the ROM expansion compartment. It won't open up. Let me see if I've got a... Oh, I want a spudger of some sort. I don't want to put metal in there and have it damage it. And there's nothing in there. No bonusy parts. Okay, if any of you have any recommendations on things I should buy for this, I'm assuming I should look at, maxing out the RAM or getting some ROM cartridges in here to spice it up. That's exactly what I don't want to do. But I'm super excited to do something with this. Maybe learn a little bit of hands-on basic. I think it's in really good condition. Don't know what the 4 little holes are, but looks good. I appreciate everybody watching, and I'd love comments and feedback. Thank you.